Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the U.S. Nationals. It's time to move into our second matchup of the night. It's our opening week here for the Eastern Conference qualifiers, or the Eastern Conference Open qualifiers, I should say. Looking at Stage 3, and we have got one team that's going to make it through today. 3 teams left in our bracket. 2 of them about to duke it out right now, bring us down to 2 teams, and that's going to be Rise Nation going up against Shrug.
Yeah.
What's this match looking like?
This match is looking pretty interesting. It's a preview of 2 Challenger League rosters. Flynn is definitely going to be subbed out because he's a Canadian without a visa, so all Americans are allowed to play in USN. So it's going to be interesting to see how that happens. Meanwhile, Rise Nation, they've gone through a roster change as well. And I believe it's Adam that they picked up. So it's going to be a really, really good look for this roster and see how they perform. We saw them recently struggle here on USN. So hopefully they can go ahead and make it this time around. But remember, for the signups when it comes here at USN, the qualifiers are played on the weekends at play.r6nationals.com. Free to enter. Go ahead and try your luck. We saw a lot of new faces and new teams up here on the stage being casted here on the main channel. So maybe you guys might be the next roster to go ahead and do it. So make sure you go ahead and play.
Make sure you sign up, of course. Once again, the Cups will start on Saturday, same as usual. That's coming up in just a few days' time, folks. Make sure you get your submissions in now. We can start taking a look at the rosters for these teams. We'll start off with the Rise Nation, of course. We do have Adam jumping in as the new 5th for this team, joining Beastly, Acid, England, and Vandal that have already been playing with them previously. Rise, of course, still a little bit of a reformation period. They've been experimenting with their 5th for some time now, just kind of swapping players in and out after, of course, their drop from Pro League. And now bringing another one back into the fold.
So, yeah, so Tracking and Factor are gone now.
Yeah.
So last time we saw this team on USN, actually, it was Tracking and Factor that actually were disgusting. Let's go ahead and take a look at Shrug. Let's see who they're going to bring over to this matchup. It's going to be Net Loading, Cloudstruck. We've seen them before. Mexican, Nugs, and Wraiths. And with the GOAT logo right there, this team, they mean business.
Old school logo.
Right.
With the kanji in there. I don't know what that character means, but I know it looks like a smiley face, and that's all that matters.
He's shrugging.
Yeah.
How cool. All right, but yeah, Cloudstruck, we've seen him here before, and this team, they are a Challenger League team, and you know they're here for a reason. They're actually really good, and hopefully they can go ahead and be the underdogs. So go ahead and beat out Rise Nation. Maybe we've seen upsets here or there, so it's always possible. But I'm interested to see what the map is going to be.
We'll take a look at that in just a moment here, get our map veto up on the screen and see where exactly this match is going to take us to. Once again, if you guys are unfamiliar with the format, it's all best of 1s here at USN, except for the end of the stages in each conference where we have that singular best of 3 to qualify teams for LAN. So tonight, in this matchup, we are going to go to Consulate.
There we go.
And it's looking like Shrug is going to start on attack.
This is a really good map for both teams. Offense and defense, you can be strong on either side. There's a lot of versatility that you can bring in regards to strategy and operators. A lot of different looks you can throw at players as well. So Rise Nation, they actually went on Consulate last time we saw them play. But like I said before, with the recent roster change, 2 of the players that are currently not here, which is Factor and Tracking, they were the star players that helped them overcome that win, and that overcome the team they played against to get the win, and this is going to be their second time around here on Consulate. It's pretty fit.
It's going to be a lot of fun to see. We'll have to see, of course, once again, if Shrug is going to be able to step up to the plate and have enough firing power to take them down. They are starting on attack, which is going to put a little bit more pressure on them, especially as one that we haven't seen all these players necessarily making it to this point in USN previously. So this is always going to be a test for quite a few of them. I think he said Cloudstruck. We've seen him here before.
We've seen him before, yeah.
For the others, it's not the case, so it's going to be a test for those 4.
That can be a good thing, though, because if you don't have a lot of VOD on you, then that means that the team, they don't expect anything that you're going to throw at them. So it's going to be that ace in a hole. So hopefully they can catch Rise Nation off guard, but with the veteran presence that you get from England and players like Acid. Speaking of those players as well, Acid, a phenomenal support player. We've seen him win rounds without even getting kills. That just shows that Rise Nation, they find ways to win no matter what the scenario is. So Shrug, they're going to have a problem with that, but still we don't know what to expect from them. I personally have never seen them play.
Nope. I have not either. This is going to be a first for me. We'll get to check out how exactly they will do against a team like Rise, who, of course, we've seen them play plenty of times in the past couple months, both here at USN and as well when they were in Pro League before they unfortunately got dropped out at the end of last season and had to go down into CL. So, obviously, this team is still looking to reclaim some of their former glory, and we're going to see what you guys at home thought of this matchup. It's time for our community vote. It's time to see where you guys thought the matchup will lie. And it is indeed heavily in favor of Rise Nation. 80% of you thinking that they will take the matchup, 20% favoring Shrug.
Yeah, but like we've said, Rise Nation, a more popular team under an amazing org out there. Shout out to Kareem and the rest of the guys over there. They have a lot of support, a lot of veteran presence, and they're well known throughout the entire community, especially England with the whole England Revenge Tour. That tour has been going on for a while now, and he's looking to make it back to Pro League and back to the spotlight. So one step at a time, and he's starting off here on USN. We saw him actually at USN 2018 where he had a pretty good performance. So hopefully you can see him here at USN 2019. The final land that's currently unannounced. I can't wait for that announcement to actually come up. I have no idea when it will. But still, phenomenal players on this roster. I expect nothing but greatness from them.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to jump into this one. We're talking about how we need to see Shrug innovate a little bit to be able to pick up the slack on this matchup, any potential slack we might see from the maybe like individual side of things anyway on this one, or the team focus side of thing. Yeah. Personally, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to accomplish on a map like Consulate. It has the same problem as Clubhouse, where the strategies for a lot of the sites are pretty much like locked in. For a lot of the cases, you don't have necessarily a whole lot of room for innovation on how exactly you approach it from an attacker's perspective. So considering they're starting on attack, we're going to have to hope that the strategies they do bring to the table are very robust, very well drilled, and they're able to get past some of these more basic defender setups that we've used to. Because that was a problem we were seeing Parallax run into in the last game, was not being able to get past like certain hard breach situations, not being able to have the utility to execute on site. These are all like very common issues that teams at this level face. And I think that that's something that Shrug is going to run into if they're not careful. And
they're definitely going to run into it because take a look at Acid, England, and they're phenomenal support players. So this team, they're really strong when it comes to the support and anchor side of things. Like I said, their firepower definitely left them, but we still don't know what to expect from their two latest pickups. So on the end of Shrug, play it slow, play as a unit, and fight together, because we know that Rise Nation, that's going to be their strongest point right now before the game. That's going to be my pregame prediction. So yeah, hopefully the support game for Rise Nation pick things up, and hopefully we see that the new pickups are going to replace Tracking and Factor extremely well.
All right, guys, well, here we go into our second matchup of the night. The winner of this one will be moving on to face off against Dark Zero in one final best of one to qualify. First here in this stage for the Eastern Conference qualifiers. This match, however, is going to be Shrug going up against Rise. It'll be on Consulate. Shrug will start out on attack. Rise will start on defense. The first round will get started in just a moment here. But first, let's get through the bans.
I'm really excited to see Adam play. We've seen Adam here in USM before, and he was a sub. And he was phenomenal. He was a stand.
That was actually what I was. Is that like the Spider Adam? Because he didn't have the 9 in his name that he usually has. So I was just making sure.
Yeah, that's him.
But I was pretty sure I saw the announcement the other day, so just wanted to double check on that one. So that's actually a huge point then, as like again just more in the favor of Rise. The amount of experience that Adam has as well across like multiple teams, just not only not even discounting his individual skill too.
He's a gunner.
Yeah, he's gonna bring.
He can frag out of his mind.
He's gonna bring quite a bit for this team.
You're up. So the first two bands are going to be Habana and Jackal. You have a great player band who's phenomenal when it comes to roam denial, and also you have a remote hard breacher. An Echo being banned, that's pretty much a given, especially on this map, man. Yokai drones are just way too valuable here.
And so the last band comes up in just a second. We will more than likely get Mirror out of this one, although Rise has the choice on defense, so... No, they're actually going to take out Valkyrie, so Mira's in on Consulate, which should be really interesting to see play out, actually.
All right, let's see what happens here. Valkyrie being banned, so anti-intel, and, she's really good when it comes to roaming. So, Rise Nation kicking things off, and let's see the operators is going to be in play. Rise starting off on defense, Shrug on attack, Thatcher, Buck, Twitch, Thermite, and... wait and see who Wrath is. Big Sophia. This is a pretty solid lineup for this.
Yep. Obviously, again, Mira's left in the pool. This could prove to be a big mistake at the hands of Shrug if they are not able to, if they don't have a plan to work past these sorts of things. Obviously, the amount of vision it's going to give them on a lot of sites is going to be quite a bit. It's not to the extent of a degree that it is on some other maps, I think, but she's still very powerful here.
So Adam's going to be on Rise, and Mirror's going to be in play. We haven't seen a lot of Mirror play in a while, actually. So pretty stacked lineup here on defense. Acid is going to be on Maestro, which pretty much expected with him being an anchor support player. Like I said, does a phenomenal job at that, spreading out intel to his teammates. This is his position. This is what he's great at, and he is going to thrive in this spot. We're going to play down low on Basement, Garage, and, excuse me, just Garage. So... here in the prep phase, I'm going to see where these mirrors are going to go. Okay. So I'm pretty sure with the mirror being here, they're going to pretty much clear the way to where if anybody comes down yellow, they're going to get instantly popped. In late game scenarios, if they breach through garage, you can stay behind that mirror and you're going to actually be able to clutch out the round. So let's see how this plays late game.
Gives you that nice safe hold instead of security. Normally you've got someone in there with an ACOG and just try to play it. Sometimes they like stand up on top of that desk and then punch a hole on the top of it as well to try and throw them off a little bit. But obviously this gives a lot of extra security to the person behind as they can safely take the duels from behind the reinforced wall and have the intel on top of it.
Yeah, Shrug, they're going to move in pretty fast, shooting down the main door. And okay. All right, so Rav's looking for any type of roam presence or any type of denial coming in from the entry into this building, and he's not going to get it. But the drone work should come through. They should be able to clear out Piano and work their way down yellow before they try to get that breach going. It's going to be all about time from this point on.
Cloudstruck going to start working his way in here as well to start moving towards the bathroom and clearing that. We don't have any immediate presence put up here from Rise, so it's going to be pretty easy to just walk right past this and not have to worry about having to clear anything out. Rise played it pretty much close to the chest and played into the basement, so that means actually Shrug's got a lot of control to play off of right now, assuming that there is no roaming presence upstairs.
Yeah, the breach is going to be that easy because with the bug play coming through, the bandit batteries are going to fall. But Adam is going to kick things off with a nice nitro cell, take out Ravs. So Sophia's off the board. You get a really good fragging operator out the way with great utility. Great way to start off the round.
Cloudstruck, of course, still looking for his own opportunity to find some impact here, but not really anything that you can see. Just look for the silhouettes. Unfortunately, you don't really have any of them in vision. This on top of the fact that he's very paranoid about someone's going to drop down on top of him because that piano hatch is open. Now, this is unfortunate for Shrug, because if they cleared that out, they would have realized that there is no presence there from Rise. But the fact that they have it, of course, is now making them second-guess themselves in a couple different situations.
Which can bite them in the butt later on in the game. But now loading, a little bit of pre-fire coming through, unable to connect, and they're unsure of how to attack at the moment.
England, a little bit aggressive there, trying to peek into this one with the SMG-11, but we'll see as he needs to get the smokes out there. He'll see the push coming back in, so he's going to smoke out yellow, and in the meantime, while Planetempt is going to come in here relatively quickly, Mexican as well is able to find the pick. A second one is found by not loading. He's going to take some smoke damage, but Mexican just tears it up. Two more found by him. Adam, now the last man standing, and that's it. He's gone. What an execute from Shrug to get onto the board here. Mexican with a 4K at the end of it.
Vamos, Mexico going off with Twitch. Oh yeah, the F2 placement was just phenomenal. He was able to go down yellow and pick up 4 kills. It was 4 kills, correct?
Yeah, I think it was 4.
Yeah, in order to win that round. Phenomenal play. Shrug winning that round, I would say quite easily.
Like, surprisingly, considering how well Rise was denying up until that point. To be fair, Rise really didn't deny the garage door that much, but that's not often the end of the world for your team. However, that rush, the smoke saw it as well, and they just didn't really react, it seemed. So they walked right in. They got a very easy plan, and then, yeah, Mexican just ripped them to shreds with the F2.
You know, I'm not going to say Rise defended that perfectly. Okay, so even though Shrug was pretty paranoid with Buck, that was in piano, looking up at the hatches and whatnot, the roam presence wasn't there, but the defense wasn't strong as well. If you have nobody in piano and nobody on second floor to slow down the attackers, then with Buck being in piano, he's going to shoot down the batteries. The hard breach happened. They were able to get into sight quite easily. And Mexican owning yellow was exactly what Shrug needed in order to pull out that round. Rise Nation really didn't have a bright spot right there. There were so many holes in their strategy. They pretty much opened up the entire site to Shrug. It was pretty much, okay, you know what, we're going to back up, let Shrug get it. We're going to hide in cafeteria, and we're just going to lose. And that was basically it. They have to do better when it comes to stopping Shrug, when it comes to map control, getting all of that real estate and playing around at their own pace to pull out the win.
All right, 5 seconds left, and we got Shrug coming out on the board once again. Rise Nation deciding to not play into that same site in basement and instead head upstairs, where hopefully things will work a little bit better for them. This means Hibana's going to be, or excuse me, not Hibana, this means Mira is going to be swapped out of the team's rotation too for this one, as there's not as much use for her windows on this upstairs site.
I know Flynn is smiling in the chat right now after that win, even though it was the first round.
That's my guy.
Yeah, they had a pretty flashy win. For those of you that are new here, Flynn is he's a caster, and he plays on Shrug. He's not able to play at the moment. Oh. Rats is going to body Vandal with a nice headshot to open things up.
Gotta watch, though. There's another player right around the corner that he may have not noticed. He might think he's safe because of that. Oh, man, he's not even checking for this. England, this will be such an easy push if you just went for it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, but England, he can't assume that he's safe here.
Oh, England is going to get this kill.
Easy for England.
Yeah. Oh, poor guy, man. The drone placement wasn't there to call out England, and England was given a freebie. Free kill. And the cardiac sensor is going to be whipped out, and he's going to be able to look for any other attackers in close range proximity from him.
So definitely some good fragging power coming out here from Shrug. That's to be certain. Now it's about honing it and getting into the site, which we've already seen them do successfully once. Just building on this here now as Rise did trade that out 1 for 1. A little bit of damage going on to Adam there, however, too, on the smoke. He's already down to a little under 25, so he's not feeling too well either here. A little bit of spam coming through for England, though, as he does have 2 players right past his wall. He's going to reconfirm those positions. I think he has the Nitrous, or he should have the Nitrous cell still, but there's not really going to be anywhere to use it here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any walls busted open, so we'll have to sit back and play this normally. Unfortunately, the drone, though, is going to force him to move once again.
Yeah, this is a great hiding spot here from England, but he has to be cognizant about all the gunfire coming his way. Not loading, wall banging, hoping to connect a shot in. Nugs able to take Beastly out the game. 4v3, great start for Shrug, and England is trapped in that bathroom. With support coming in from Twitch, all the wide swing. England is going to go ahead and clip the kill from not loading, peeking way too early before his teammate came. So now Rise Nation, they're going to be in the lead right now in a 3v2. Less than a minute left to go. But still, another player coming in to take England out the game, which is going to be vital. You do not want to keep Pulse on the board. But England should know that he's coming with the cardiac sensor currently out. And Nugs walking by, able to get the kill. Caught England on the sensor, and that's going to be it. Nice 2K.
That's the second on the round for Nugs. Nugs got to be a little bit careful here as the wall is busted open partially behind him, whether he realizes it or not. Smoke is going to hold him out. He would have seen it now. Oh, that's perfect from Cloud! Walks into a kill on Adam. Adam, of course, was incredibly low, so it didn't take much to take him out there, but finishing the job where they otherwise had no hope of doing that is great. Acid in position with an angle to knock out Nugs. It takes him more than a second, though, to do it. And now Cloud Shrug having to trade it back. He gets it done, though. Clutches it out for Shrug, and they go 2-0 over Rise Nation.
Rise Nation, they're all Flynn's dadded, and Shrug, they're gonna pick up the second win here on Attack. That is huge. That's how you make a statement. Shrug, the team that's all unknown, the players in Challenger League and whatnot, they're here with a little preview about what they're all about. Up against Rise Nation so far. Great team change coming in from Rise Nation, but still, they're struggling against the unknown.
I think Rise could actually make a pretty simple adjustment here to make this easy, and that's just to try and play a little bit more passively here. They are losing quite a few players due to an extended reach. And actually, I say this, but that wasn't really a problem for them back on the first round, and they still lost to that as well. Yeah. So that might not even really be the solution here, because they were playing really passively on basement, and still Shrug, Mexican specifically, just ran right through them. So yeah, that's what Rise got to do here.
You know what? Jaeger play is going to come in from Acid, somebody that we've usually seen on hard support. Maestro is going to be with Vandal. Take a look at the stats so far. England currently on top of Rise Nation, but Mexican, he's going to be 4-1. England did a phenomenal job as post. I love what he did. He was able to waste so much time getting the first kill for his team, and yeah, he made Shrug focus all of their attention on him, which was key. If you're a roamer, that's what you have to do. Is able to get 2 kills in the process, and unfortunately, Rise Nation, they weren't able to capitalize on that. And Shrug, their persistence paid off in the long way. No, they were hungry for that kill, and they did not let England run away from that.
So here we go once again. Shrug is out and ready to rock and roll. Let's take a look and see if they can go 3-0 here. The start of the first half, and just take a clean rotate of sights. Obviously, Rise continue to change up their own game plan here. Cloudstruck's just going to walk right into basement, easy access. There is no denial here, and continue to try and punch hole through, see if anyone's waiting for him on those back stairs. There won't be. Closest player would be Beastly, way over in Archives right now on the Pulse.
All right. Bug play coming in, and yeah, they're pushing pretty fast. Beastly is going to be in server right now as Pulse, and looking through cameras with a cardiac sensor on his side, he's going to have a lot of intel on his hands, and the frag grenade going out. Cloudstruck's nowhere near anybody on the attacking side, so well, not going to call it wasted utility, but it was wasted utility. So a little bit more of our own game, and Beastly is holding it down. Oh, almost got the shot down. That was close.
Such a good angle, too. Cloudstruck lucky to be alive. That's on Beastly right there for messing that one up, unfortunately. So he's going to have to back away, try to take a new position and look for finish that kill a little bit later on in the round here. Mexican, in the meanwhile, still looking for any players that might try to run down those back archive stairs and try to take him out. Not going to find anyone just yet, though. Yeah,
BC is looking to be a thorn in the side right now. Still trying to be that ultimate threat to Shrug as he try to push in towards side, and yep, gunfire coming through, and Vandal's gonna be able to clean out one Acid right behind him. Easy double kill, and they're gonna be at 5v3. Down to 1 minute and 30 seconds just about. Rise Nation finally on top, and Wraith is gonna go ahead and get a kill, and it's gonna be 2 more for Rise, and they finally pick up their win, and that's gonna be it.
The plan was actually get aggressive, it seems, for Rise, and that's worked out pretty well for them. A lot more aggressive angles here, as we can see, just holding a lot of the easy access points that Shrug would have taken. And while Shrug does do good map control at the start by rushing into Garage, unfortunately they struggled to get past anywhere beyond that and get taken out relatively quickly by the close holds there from Rise. Good adjustment from them, and now they are all on the board at 2-1.
All right, Shrug doing well without their Canadian. Up 2-1 right now, Rise Nation. They're going to have to play catch-up here on defense. We're going to go right back down to Cafeteria and Garage and see what they're going to do. And Acid is going to go on Maestro, pretty much what we expected. And Adam is going to be on post this time around. I love how they pass posts from each player. It's like they're sharing them. It's like a lottery pull. So, hey, let's see if they can go ahead and tie things up. Still close game, 1-2. Rise Nation, a more well-known team. We expect nothing but greatness from them. I'm unsure where Tracken went, but for those of you out there, Factory, he got upgraded to a professional league team. So good luck to him and Luminosity. But Rise, still trying to prove themselves as they fight back to make it not only to Pro League, but to USN Finals, wherever the land is going to be later on this year. Let's see what's going to happen.
All right, well, into our next round we go. Shrug, obviously a little bit of a bump in the road there, having to deal with those advanced setups from Rise. We'll see what the adjustment will be from them going into the next round. Operator lineup remaining fairly similar, however, in terms of what they're bringing to the table. Still Mexican on the Twitch. You still have Cloudstruck moving in with the Buck, along with the rest of their more standard execution utility they've been using for the past couple rounds already.
All right, a little bit of pest going out here and there over in administration office, and Vandal, he's going to be the man of the hour. The perfect roaming operator for him. He has everything at his utility, has a super shotty as a secondary, great primary gun, nitro cell in hand, and also he can hack drones. I mean, what more could you possibly want?
Maybe some goo mines?
Right? A little bit too OP. But yeah, there was a lot of questions before Mozzie came into play. A lot of people were saying, hey, you know, they didn't think he was going to be a valuable asset on defense, and now you see about every professional team find a way to use him on every single map on the game. Oh gosh.
No, man.
Mexican popping Acid. That's how you start the game off.
I was really surprised Acid didn't get that kill. He was even, he was basically pre-aimed on that angle, but doesn't manage to pull it off. So good stuff from Mexican once again. Great entry coming in from him there. Second round in a row now, we've been able to see that prowess.
Bomb located by attacker.
All right. Shrug, always finding a way to get the first blood. This team is so explosive off the start, and you see they waste no time to get into the building every single time here on Consulate. But Beastly, with a nitro cell in hand, currently getting shot in. He's going off the sound right now, or some type of intel. He has a nitro cell in hand, and he's hesitating on where to throw it and when to throw it. He's looking to get a kill. Only a matter of time before it happens, and way off the mark. Beastly, the build-up. All for nothing.
He knew the predictable positions that Construct was going to try to punch through, and then I think he was going to footstep intel as well. But yeah, he waited so long there and eventually just tried to take a shot at it because there was so much other noise pollution going on in the area and just didn't make it, unfortunately.
All right, a little bit more droning. Almost a minute left to go. Shrug, they lost their Twitch player, which is going to be Mexican. He was explosive when it comes to closing out rounds, but without him, the rest of the players are going to have to pick up. We saw them clutch it out to get their second win. But Nugs, he's going to be outside when not loading, looking to go into Garage. Can they get a kill? Now, 46 seconds. Cloudstruck owning this piano area. I wonder if they have yellow presence. Yeah, Cloudstruck able to get a headshot on England. That's going to be huge for him as they go up 4-3.
Flank going down now as well. We are going to see Rats get caught, however, as Rats catching Vandal, I should say, as he takes him out. Not loading from up on top. This is the benefit of having these buck holes as well. You can just absolutely destroy the defenders when they try to get aggressive, and there you go. Wrath puts one more up onto the board, knocking out Adam. And that is Shrug taking a third round out of the hands of Rise. 4 more to go, and the map is theirs.
You love to see it, Blue. Shrug has an identity. This team is so explosive and aggressive. This is one of the most aggressive teams we've yet seen on USN. Out of everybody that we've seen play, Shrug, they waste no time when it comes to getting in the Consulate. They waste no time getting the first blood and moving in on their prey. We see them moving numbers, which is dangerous, man. Whenever they call out a player, you always see pings and whatnot, and you could tell that they're using teamwork with the way that they attack these roamers to get in the site. They move in as a swift unit, and it also helps the fact that they all pop heads. They're really good at clicking heads and getting skills. So, hey, Shrug, let's see if they can go ahead and pull this out. Currently up by 2 rounds as we move to console office and meeting room.
So into the round we go. Back upstairs. This is where Shrug kind of fell apart a little bit on the attack the last time we went for it here, and that was because a lot more advanced positions had been taken by Rise. They were able to contest a lot more accurately, and Shrug took the bait on that. Shrug's a very aggressive team from what we've seen so far, so if there's a fight, they're more than likely going to bite on it, and unfortunately that became their downfall the last time we played on this site, so we'll see if they can, once again, try to bring this back.
So, I don't know. We usually see teams.
Actually,
so there's a mindset in Siege.
They won this one.
And I talk about it a lot because people make a big deal out of it, and rightfully so sometimes. But people always figure, hey, if a team starts off on defense, they're going to start the game well. They're always going to have the lead going into halftime. Shrug doesn't care. They love the challenge, and there's nothing better than seeing an underdog team like them really pick things up like this and kick it up another level. So Shrug, now, let's see how they're going to go ahead and attack the site. Mexican has been fixated on Twitch, and rightfully so, because Mexican and that F2, you cannot name a better duo other than Pineapples on Pieces. So moving into this round, we're out of the prep phase, and Cloudstruck, he's going to start things off in Garage, and yeah, that's going to be it. Pretty much going to check and see if there's any roamers or whatnot, and just coming from underneath, and you see the pings coming through from a drone, kicking grenade, yeah. Good thing you saved that, because that was going to be wasted utility as a drone currently gets hacked by the main door. Now Shrug, they're moving in and pretty fast.
They're going to catch the Mozzie instead of Piano, so once again, advanced positions being set up here by Rise to try and snag the Shrug players before they're able to get any real map control here. Spent a lot of time on this last time they executed against this site, trying to deal with the first floor presence, so they have to hope to not fall into that same trap again as they almost lost.
Scary.
They played onto it before. We're going to see Mexican come very close to meeting a duel here, but not actually end up finding anything at the end of the day. Now he's waiting for a run up on balcony, but not probably going to get much there either. This nade, though, let's see. This could be an easy kill right here. Oh, he's a little bit off the mark. He can still punch through there and do some real damage. He's finding it. There you go. Mozzie goes down. Had to use quite a bit of ammo to get the job done, but Cloudstruck does strike true. Unfortunately, so does England for the other side. He takes out not loading. We go down into a 4v4.
Mexican, he was, you know, I was actually worried because when Mexican went on Repel, I didn't know if they knew somebody was under Piano, but with Buck underneath, they had the perfect counter to that type of roam presence. So he wasted a frag grenade, was able to get the kill with Skeleton Keys, which is really big for Shrug. Mozzie is out the game, but also you have no more EMPs with Thatcher currently gone. But still, Shrug, they have all the utility they need. And you take a look at the operators currently in use. Zofia, Twitch, Buck. These guys have really powerful guns. With BC holding down Yellow, this is going to be one hell of a fight with the carbine.
Beasley trying to hold this. Unfortunately, he's going to be blinded out. Just run over by 2 different players. Unfortunately, though, for Cloudstruck, his run will end as he enters the bathroom. Acid is there and waiting for him. This goes down into a 2 versus 3 here. Now, Nugs trying to push himself forward here as well, but now being very cautious so as not to overplay this angle. He stole the hole punch inside of Consulate office as well, where someone from Rise could try to wrap and kill these guys on Yellow before they commit to their push. Drone on the inside of the site, though, gives them safety in that regard and makes sure that there's no one that can attempt that aggressive move.
A team that I once thought was a sleeper, they definitely woke me up with their amazing gameplay so far. All you have left on Rise Nation is going to be, wow, Smoking Maestro. But you know what? Adam, he's going to go ahead and get Mexican with a nice shot from the SMG. But Nugs, he's going to be able to go ahead and plant down the diffuser. But no, he's going to wait and pause. No, the diffuser's currently going down now. It's going to be up to Wrath to go ahead and protect him. 2 players on the defending side, they know exactly where they are. And Nugs, he's going to take ass out the game. It's going to be a 2v1. Diffuser currently going down. There's only one way they can go ahead and stop that. Adam finds that way, drops Nugs. Rise Nation gets the win. Wow, that sucked.
Where did Adam? Oh, look at this tiny little hole through the soft wall.
This is my thing.
He just spanned it.
Why did he move from behind the desk to plant right there?
It's because they didn't know he was there, I think. You could see
Wrath on the wall.
Yeah,
he was there.
No, I don't think he did, because he was looking all over. They kept checking the other angle too, because he thought he might have ran back and ran around maybe.
I could have sworn I saw a pre-fire coming in through that soft destruction of the wall.
So he'd seen him there, but I think they might have thought that he like fell back at some point and tried to take a different angle, and they didn't get like a reconfirmation that he was there until the end when he got that trade, I think, because he stayed kind of quiet behind that wall.
That's rough. The wall bang was perfect. Rise Nation was able to stop the plant, and they were able to get the win. That was a heartbreaking L for Shrug, but they're still going to be in the lead, which this could have been a 4-1. It's now going to be a 3-2 as Rise Nation were able to battle it back and clutch it out in a 1v2 scenario. So round I didn't expect them to win, but they still pulled it out. But Shrug is going to be on top for this roster, currently 6-2. Now we're going to see the site on the first floor, and yeah, that was extremely rough. I hate seeing losses like that because that could have been so easily avoided. Only if he didn't rotate, go ahead and plant behind that barricaded wall. Man, but you know what? Hindsight is always 20/20. Let's see if Shrug can go ahead and have short-term memory and pick things up this round.
And so here we go, folks, into our final round of the half here. Shrug with a good lead already established if they come off of this one 3-3, but a 4-2 will be even better for their attacking half here. Rise will have to work extra hard to be able to get themselves back into the game if we end up on that scoreline. But Rise is starting to come back into this one now. They're starting to figure out the very aggressive play style of Shrug, and most importantly, how to counter it out the very team-focused way they're approaching this aggression.
But the other side's happening. We've seen Shrug pretty much dominate the real estate around Piano, but this time around with the site being there, it's going to be way harder to get in there. Rise Nation here on defense. The last round, they will be on this side. Let's see if they can hold down the site that Shrug has been so free to run around on and make plays happen. So Mexican, the drone, he's going to be on yellow stairs along with Thatcher. He's going to be teaming up with Not Loading, so utilizing a buddy system. EMP is currently going to go out, and Mexican making plays with a headshot on acid. Nice kill on Jaeger.
He's got another one, though, to find. There's a player wrapped at a bathroom. I believe it is the Maestro for them. Yeah, it's Vandal. He's going to find the next frag here, but it's going to be against Not Loading instead as he takes him down and brings us into a 4v4. Cloudstruck is still looking for stuff upstairs as well to try and penetrate through those yellow stairs and, most importantly, flush the defenders out of it, but he's not been able to find much from that one. So at the moment, Shrug are basically stuck at yellow stairs entry. Mexican specifically stuck here. The rest of the team looking for other options.
Yep. Beauty's in place. So, the Toxic Babe going out, yellow stairs. The denial is going to be temporary. Unsure, I was unable to check and see how many more he had left. But Cloudstruck over here on the roof, he's taking a look at the top side of yellow. England guarding his window that was currently shot down. He has a shotgun in his hand, so if anybody attempts to jump through, should be an easy kill. One shot at best. But Ras with the repel, he's going to try some verticality, and the moment he comes in, Adam is going to be there with the denial upon entry in the building.
So into a 3v4 now. Rise have switched to a very passive play style after picking up some of these kills early on, and at the moment Shrug now figuring out how to deal with it, trying to go for the swing in their own Consulate, but easily being countered out. A desperate play unfortunately leads to a desperate death, and now 3 players still standing here for Shrug, yes, but at the same time they've got Mexican pincered behind the vending machine. Vandal's going to be able to swing out wide, take him down. Now they're only with 2.
Player with the hot streak currently out of play. Vandal made the right call, able to take him down. So Cloudstruck now moving in. Toxic Gas, he's going to run away from it, and going towards Spirals, he's going to team up with Nugs. Under 30 seconds left to go. They heard the shot, and oh my god, the welcoming party was there. Beastly stopping Cloudstruck, and the rotations coming through with Nugs. It's going to be a 1v3, a very unlikely scenario that you wouldn't want to be in.
Seconds to go.
But watching Vending, the pre-fires coming out, Adam knows exactly where Nugs is, and England comes out the corner with a shotty, with the teabag and body shot. Rise Nation, they're going to top the game. And that's going to be it for the sides. It's going to be 3-3.
And so depending on how this first round goes for me, that round could be the one where this game shifts. It seemed like Shrug had great control in the first couple of rounds, but I think that may be starting to change now because Rise really seemed to have the number of Shrug on that one. Shrug tried a lot. We saw Mexican do some good stuff at the beginning, but after that, Rise immediately had them locked at yellow stairs, and they just couldn't do anything. No matter what they tried, the problem for Shrug too is everything they tried was like very aggressive, and it essentially came down to just peeking something, and usually with a disadvantage, and as we saw, pretty much all those did not end up going their way in the late round.
It was a tale of two halves in that round. We saw Mexican go up there. He was able to get the nice headshot kill, but they were unable to get past Vending Machine. And Rise Nation, they doubled down. They said, okay, you know what? We know where the threat is coming from. Let's go ahead and lock it down. Let's go towards the mid part of Yellow Stairs and make sure they do not cross this line. And reminiscent of Remember the Titans, they did exactly that. Shrug was unable to cross that imaginary line. The Rise Nation set for him. And Rise were unable. They were able to get the win. England on top. Great play all around from everybody, but you know what? I'm going to have to give it to Vandal. Able to stop Mexican. Shrug, they were unable to surpass that area and get into Piano. Not able to step foot in there. Great job by Rise on the last round on defense.
Vandal with good timing on his aggression too, always kind of pushing at the right time and catching Shrug when they're not ready for him. So good play from Vandal there. This time though, it's going to be not loading that steps into the shoes of Maestro for at least this first round. They're going to play upstairs instead of going directly to the basement where we saw Rise go to at the beginning of this map. So time to see what Shrug can do on defense. At the moment, Shrug going to be focusing a little bit too much on their fragging power, but that's not entirely a bad thing for defense. They can leverage that pretty well in defense actually if played properly. So let's see if they can get back into control here or if the game is indeed starting to shift, and we're going to see Rise move ahead with the lead after the first round.
Yeah, so after that unfortunate loss when it came to the plant, unable to go down in the 1v2 scenario, and also struggling to get up yellow stairs, we see Shrug starting to slow down now. The explosiveness is still there, but I wonder if the losses are going to affect them mentally. But also at the same time, we haven't seen them play on defense yet. So I'm not sure what operator is Mexican currently on. It's going to be on Pulse. Yeah, Mexican is going to be able to be aggressive and be that roaming playmaker that this team needs. To me, he's going to be the star player on this round. The intel he's going to be able to gather, and Maj being there to stop any type of drones coming his way. That's a really good duo to have.
Probably going to be first up to bat here soon as well if he's able to leverage that pressure appropriately from basement over towards the yellow stairs, but it does look from the silhouette as though he's backed away quite heavily on this one.
Cloud.
It's a nice find from Cloud right there. Just pushes down the yellow stairs, able to catch Adam early on here. Gets this into a 5v4. It's the same issue for Rise. Yellow stairs. A lot of players having problems with entry towards their Wrath. With the second one as well. Knocks out England. And now Cloudstruck's just going to hop right down to first floor, start going hunting a little bit here. Mexican almost finding himself a kill, but also almost finding himself a death there. He's going to fall back. He does manage to down that player. Cloudstruck should be able to finish him off. There's a softball there, but never mind. Mexican will run up, take the credit for it anyway. Knocks out Vandal and Shrug. Good stuff. They continue to surprise us here. This aggressive defense is working out perfectly. Rise just been tripped up.
I believe that was an amazing bait and switch. He was Pulse. He was able to distract that player, I forgot who it was, and kind of bait him down the spiral stairs. Cloudstruck was able to get the down, and then they got the kill. But Cloudstruck able to get the headshot on Acid as well. Cloudstruck and Mexican working together so well. The chemistry and synergy is unmatched so far. So they were able to work together to get 2 straight kills. A minute left to go. Rise Nation in a 2v5, no, excuse me, a 1v5. God bless. It's gonna be Thermite all alone, and I don't think he has what it takes to pull this out. We saw Mint do it, but this is a very unlikely scenario. Mexican tosses a Nitro Cell, and Shrug wins with a flawless round. All 5 players left alive.
Opening round of their defense goes very well here for Shrug, and Rise probably just not expecting that much aggression. Once again, this is a matter of getting used to how this team plays, and right now Rise are not doing the greatest job of doing it off the bat. They did a great job, however, on the first half of adjusting to this by the end of it, and we're at least able to tie it. So we'll see if the same thing is in the cards here, and most importantly, if Shrug is going to be able to keep this going on multiple sites. Had a lot of extensive aggression coming up from them, same way we saw their attack play out in order to get that done, and I would imagine that basement's going to be the same thing, especially towards that yellow stairs entry, which has become a huge discussion point for this entire game.
I'm not going to say they are, but I would like to think that Rise Nation are pretty much frustrated by Shrug's rotations. Every time they get a kill, you see players rotate around the map to focus on yet another kill they can get working together as a unit. I love the play from Mexican, able to bait players into a specific area and allow Cloudstruck to go ahead and kill them. They're not playing an individual game right now. It may look like that on one point of view, but seriously, you have multiple line of sights at the same player, and they work together as a unit to take down these players. They're a phenomenal team, and especially with the team that's playing with a substitute, you would never guess it. You would never guess it. So, up 4-3. It should be 5-2. Shrug, they're looking so strong, man. I love this performance we're seeing from them.
Just a few more rounds away from getting a chance to go up against Dark Zero here. We'll see if that'll be the case, or if Rise is going to look for that capability to maybe try to knock DZ out of the running and send them back to the beginning of the bracket once again here, too. Once again, Cloudstruck just setting up those pests on the inside of Admin to prevent any push from the drones there on Rise, and as well just give Cloudstruck a little bit of freedom to roam here towards Yellow Stairs.
All right, so we all see what the side is, and let's see where the attack is going to come from. Yep, a little bit of droning work coming through, and verticality is definitely going to be in place. So Rise Nation, they have to be cognizant of all the players that are on second floor. I know I personally saw one. Yeah, it looks like you have one on second floor and 2 on the first. Yeah, I believe so. I don't believe that they're going to give away Piano that easily, but the hard breach is going to happen extremely fast within the first minute.
Already managing to get that first wall open. They're going to go for the third one now. There we go. That'll leave should leave a tiny little pull in the middle. And to try and use here as they work their way in. Actually, a good spread on that one. So good amount to work with as the middle is left undamaged. And now Shrug are going to have to start rotating here. This is when things will get a little bit shaky for them because they still have a large presence upstairs. And while that's great for trying to pick damage at this group of players on Rise who are outside of the garage right now, once they start committing to the execute, they're no longer going to be useful. So it looks like we've already started to see quite a few of those Shrug players start to rotate.
With no hard breach now currently in play, Rise Nation and get past the easy part. Now it's going to be the hard part. The verticality and also the roam presence, along with the great operators that are currently in the arsenal of Shrug. Right? Oh, England!
Excuse me?
What? What? England with the perfect nade throw. If we're gonna kill
3 billion IQ there.
So you know what? That just evened out the universe. With the kill like that, it was only right that England got popped the moment he entered the building. There's no way that you could continue playing after a kill like that. Mexican able to utilize UMP to get a kill, and the jump out raves from midair. It was able to get the kill. Mexican with the 2K, and it's a 2v1. Now make it a 1v1. Here it is. Less than a minute left to go. It's going to be Vandal against Wraths. Jaeger against Zofia. This is going to be a great matchup, and with the pre-fire coming through, Vandal knows exactly where the attack is coming from. The rotation is going to run right back in the cafeteria. Here goes the objective plan.
Like going down, Wrath going to try to commit on this one now. He should be able to, well, he probably won't hear the plan at this point. He was still a little bit too far away to hear the initial noise, and now he's gone hunting. He's going to go looking for it. He thinks he's behind the pillar. Oh, he's off angle, but he gets behind coverage in time before the peek comes out from the Zofia. Now tries to spam through in the open wall and security, but no! Rise will end up coming out on top of it instead. Vandal wins the final 1v1, and Rise stay in this at 4-4.
Yeah, a lot happened that round, but Rise Nation were able to pull out. Shrug, interesting play. They didn't rely on the counter to get into garage with the hard breach. There was no kite in play, no bandit in play. So they relied on just pure fragging and just entry denial coming into sight. They did extremely well with that. But you know what? Shrug, they found themselves in a 2v1. Rise clutched it out. And by being able to get the plant, Zofia got the best of Jaeger. Thanks to the ACOG scope and also, the pre-fire and the wall bang came into play. Great kill. Great clutch, and now we're looking at a tied game. Shrug, I mean, I'm kind of shaking my head right now because there's just so many opportunities that they had that they just didn't capitalize on. And you know what, Rise Nation, they won them outright. You can't count them out yet. They're able to win in these scenarios where they're not supposed to, and you're gonna have to give it up to them for not giving up and still clutching it out every single time the occasion arises.
Their basement attempt going to come in here now from Shrug. They came relatively close, of course, down to the 1v1, so they're going to try it once again. I would imagine they pull back the aggression a little bit as those upstairs players, besides that jump out, unfortunately weren't able to get a whole lot done, except very, very late into the round. So at most, they're probably going to keep the Jaeger upstairs and probably either do a little bit of first floor roaming or just keep everyone set up down here and play into kind of a default setup.
All right. 4-4. We saw a split in the first half of the game. It was 3-3, and these teams just neck and neck. It's the seesaw battle going back and forth. All right, it's an emotional roller coaster, so to say. There's one team that came into the round, this matchup, where we really didn't know too much about them. Shrug came in the Challenger League, and with not a lot of information given out about this team, Rise Nation didn't know what to expect. After what we've seen, that aggression is slowed down on the end of Shrug now that we've seen them on defense. Rise Nation, this is what we expected from them. Big plays come from the big name players to go ahead and put themselves in the scenario to where they're not behind. But with the hard breach coming into play, it hasn't been denied, and once more Shrug, they're relying on gun skill and teamwork to win a round.
Beastly once again able to open things up here relatively quickly for Rise. Their way in through garage. Those 1 and 3 doors getting open as there is pretty much no resistance on it from Shrug. That's such an important thing to note as well. Second time we've seen them on this site. Second time they've chosen not to use either a bandit or a cave here in order to reinforce those walls and prevent the execute. So Rise has had very easy access to garage on both of these rounds.
I don't know, I found it funny. We have a matchup right now between a guy named England and Mexican in the U.S. Nationals.
Interesting the way that works.
Actually, it just dawned on me. But Cloud Struck is in one of his favorite areas, which is going to be piano, and with presence on yellow stairs. Not loading. Oh my god, not loading. Able to get the kill that he was supposed to get. But you know what? England and Adam, they're going to answer back. It's going to be a 3v4. But still with the out of 556, not loading with a slither of HP, and able to get the kill. Mexican healing himself is Doc. After that, was able to get the kill on Beastly.
I'm actually very surprised not loading didn't catch that player from a moment ago. But either way, England and Acid going to find 2 more quick pickups, and now it's all on not loading, but just a sliver of HP.
Man.
Trades one back. He'll go into a camera real quick. That's dangerous.
Get off
Open
the
right
camera.
there. And now, let's see, the 1v2 situation. He's stuck in the middle of the site right now, trying to push his way past White Van, but he's got to get aggressive here. And unfortunately, with that low of an amount of HP, a single shot will take him down. They're not even taking the duel on Rise's side. They're a bit scared of these players here now. So they'll continue to sit back, just let him be the one to run out, and he even gets the second. Whoa,
oh my god!
I don't think there's time for the
There's not enough
defuse.
time.
But oh my god, not loading nearly does it. Let's see, this is going to be close, but he's about a half-second short. Rise Nation still win the round. However, not loading wins our hearts.
ESL, can we just give them a win for that performance? Can we?
I don't think that's allowed.
Might
be against the rules.
Can we tweak the rules?
I don't think that the scoreboard works that way.
Not loading wasn't supposed to get a kill in those scenarios, especially with the health that he had. Actually, after that first kill on Yellow Stairs, I didn't expect him to do much anyways. He had no health whatsoever. He was able to pick one up right behind White Van, and then after that, clutched the 1v2. But you know what? Not loading was not able to stop the plant, and that was it. Rise Nation, they're on top for the first time this entire series.
We are going to be switching back to the original site. So far, the only site, actually, that Shrug has won in this half, which is going to be upstairs in console and meeting. Only been 3 rounds of this. They just played this in basement so far, so not much variance on the site. We get that little pro gamer move there, the 6 pick into the same operator you originally picked.
Protect your bombs from
I'll end up back on Doc.
Why is every round so intense this matchup? It seems like every round comes to a dramatic finish. And you couldn't ask for more. You can't.
It's because Shrug is playing really aggressive. So you end up with a lot of really early fights, I think, that end up spreading out throughout the course of the round. Because Shrug is, I think, splitting their aggression pretty well. Like they're not doing everything at once. They're not throwing their entire, basket of strats at Rise when they have it ready to go. They'll have one or two players get aggressive. If they fail, okay, someone might try to do it later in the round, but for the most part, they'll peel it back. If it does work, though, they'll continue to poke out here and there. And Rise, I think, started to get scared of that. So they're playing into it a little bit here now, too.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Not loading once again on Maestro. We saw the amazing 4K he had last round. Still, his last player alive, unable to win the round, thanks to the objective plant from Rise Nation. But Shrug still in it. This game can go either way at the moment. Emotional finishes almost every single round. Let's see what's in store for us here in round number 10. Out of the prep phase, round to the action. Let's see how the attack is going to happen with Rise Nation here on the second floor.
Rise starting to work their way back up here. Are going to be in a position to try and push through balcony and the windows. Beastly and Vandal going to be the ones to do that. There's quite a few players at the kind of line of scrimmage to take these fights too. So Rise Nation may find themselves again with those battles very early on, which, to be fair, you don't normally get that. Normally, defenders aren't going to be willing to peek against that window push, especially once it's been established, but it seems as though Shrug are okay to do it. Vandal, though, strikes first, is able to find Wrath. Vandal finds a second here, too. In fact, the plant's already going down after Acid threw down the Track Stingers. That's a great push here from Rise right now. Oh, no, though. Nugs pushed at the last second and denies the plant. It was going so well until that point, but now it's the exact opposite, as the diffuser is down.
Oh, so close. Vandal did such a great job, and with the outer just ripping right through Beastly. Not loading, able to get the kill, but the trade immediately happened thanks to England, and England is not done yet. Able to get the double kill, but coming up from underneath is going to be Cloud Struck on Mozzie. With the speed and the Nitro Cell in his arsenal, Cloud Struck able to take down Adam. He knows where the diffuser is, and working on the second kill in that transaction was unable to get it. All right, the pings are happening. The intel is given, and with the super shotty coming in, reload, man! You only have 2 seconds left to go. Unable to get the kill, is able to stop the plant. Cloud Struck still in the game. Stop the defuse, and he's still alive.
Oh,
rotation coming in the yellow. Yeah, he was able to shut the drone, so they know where he is.
walks into the drone while they are still on it. Now the plant's going down to the other side, but Cloudstruck still striking true here, bringing it into a 1v1. He does not hear the initial plant noise, so he does not realize that England went for it, and finally gets the bomb onto the ground! But Cloudstruck punches it out! Plenty of time for the defuse this time. No issue with that at all. And Shrug are keeping us in it, 5-5.
Defenders disabled the diffuser.
Wow.
What is happening?
Wow. What is happening? We're seeing players
The
just...
entire team is filled with like clutch players.
Nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to lose this game, and this is what I love, man. I'm too lightheaded for this, man. I'm doing all this screaming and cheering. Like, this, Cloudstruck, phenomenal play. The C4 placement was great, but you know what? Also, you have to give props to his teammates. Cloudstruck was able to hack a few drones, and with his teammates pinging out players at the right moment, not prematurely, but at the right time, the C4 was able to be successful, okay? Fine. Now, the next player on Rise Nation picks up the diffuser. As he's putting it down, another ping came through. Next thing you know, Super Shotty comes out, scares Rise Nation with the rotation up yellow. Cloudstruck, he pulled his... that was a grown man play.
We've had like 3 highlight plays from 3 different players.
I can't take this.
We had the 4K on the first round from Mexican. We had not loadings almost 1v3. And then we had just Cloudstruck in the last round there. So this team is crazy with their clutch capability and just their ability to pick up frags in general.
You know what's crazy, Blue? It's the fact that this feels like the last game of the night. We have one more to go.
Yeah, we got another one.
This feels like the finals right now, okay? This is just the semis. Shrug, Rise Nation, both teams putting on a fantastic performance. Everybody wants to win here.
Dark Zero is sitting watching the stream right now trying to figure out what's going on.
This is scary as hell if I'm Dark Zero. No, seriously, man. Both teams able to just will out wins and at, any given time. So, with Evil Eyes currently going down over near Circle, let's see what Shrug has under their sleeve on defense. And Rise Nation, let's see if they can pull out some more fantastic, phenomenal plays here on attack. Oh, this is Challenger League, by the way. These are 2 Challenger League teams here in USN battling it out. This is great, man. I love USN. But there you have it. Another hack drone, and Mozzie has intel at his arsenal. But you know what? It's going to be a quick repel into admin, and the push is going to be fast. Mexican's going to be on Legion. Few ghoul mines at his disposal. Hopefully, a few attackers are able to fall into the traps to where he's able to make a stop. But it's going to be all about if he can get either kills or waste a lot of time from the boys on Rise.
First Thermite Charge is going to go off, though, on the Visa stairs to try and get them a little bit more intel to the inside of Projector, and then can play the attack from there.
All right, so under 2 minutes now. Let's see which team is going to will it out. Drone being shot by England. The Sledge. He shoots out a hack drone. He's moving in. You have a placement in CEO and also Yellow Stairs. Yeah, they're pretty much boxing him in right now. You have a lot of players on Rise Nation that are able to make this push together. The question is, can they execute? Can they be successful? Shrug, they're now pushovers in the scenario, and with Adam dropping down, let's see if he's going to make a play. You see the verticality is still the cause of focus right now. They're still trying to get rid of these 2 players up top. But Mexican is sitting comfortable. No one has shot a single bullet towards this direction yet, and we're now pushing to a minute and 15. But now Loading is going to get the best of BC and Acid right there with the refrag. You love to see it. Tries to shoot a Nitro Cell. Nugs, he's able to activate it right on time. Acid out the game. Mexican right behind him. It's going to be a 4v2 now. Shrug, they're on fire. Oh, but with the plant going down, he's coming up Spiral. He has no idea there's a player there, but yes, Nugs unable to connect with the SMG-11. Mexican is able to get a kill. Now a 4v1, Sophia. Last operator in the game is going to be Vandal. We've seen clutches, but not this round. Shrug, they're going to win round 11.
Shrug, a brilliant hold upstairs there, kept Rise Nation busy throughout most of the round, and finally just forced their hand once they got control of admin. Started to push down and looked for a slow execute, but without clearing out those roamers upstairs, Shrug easily shut it down. Great stuff, and now they're on match point.
Oh boy. I know Flynn is smiling in the chat right now. I know Flynn's smiling in the chat.
He's got that big grin on his face.
The thing about Rise Nation, I mean, this is a prominent org with a lot of featured players in Siege on this roster. I mean, we all know these guys. Adam, England, Beastly, Acid, like, these are all phenomenal guys. But Shrug, they're a team that They came into this, and I can expect, especially knowing Flynn, he's the type that will enter this tournament and would not expect much. Their expectations is like, okay, we're going to enter this. You know, if we beat them, we beat them. If not, you know, we're going to do better next time. Shrug, they're not worried about expectations. They're coming out and they're playing, and they look so damn comfortable. They're explosive. They're clutch. This team is so damn good with Mexican and Cloudstruck leading the way. They're one round away from beating Rise Nation and playing Dark Zero in the finals. Rise has a chance to take this into overtime. They win this round, they go 6-6, and then after that, it's up to the team that wins 2 out of 3 rounds after that. So let's see if this can go the distance.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This could potentially be our final round. Shrug, of course, now able to go back to the basement for it as well to try and shut things down here. We'll see if that'll be the case. Cloudstruck, of course, still on the Mozzie, going to set up some of these pests upstairs to try and prevent the drone work being done by Rise. You'll also note they've kind of abandoned ship on the strategy to play upstairs, what they've been doing in previous rounds. We may see Cloudstruck go up there. Not loading, by the way. It took a lot of damage from something.
What was it?
Oh, it looks like they were blowing up the floor and accidentally hit him.
And that's Maestro. You don't have Doc in place, so now arguably one of your strongest operators, especially your only strong anchor in the game, he's at a quarter health. That's not how you want to start the game.
So he's going to have to play very passive for at least the beginning of this round. Once again, though, it's not going to be too much of an issue to get these walls open. Actually, I just realized, no, we do actually have a bandit in play. And they were about to just go for it because the past 2 times they played basement, there hadn't been a bandit or a Cade or anything. Yeah. Shrug changed the game plan up a little bit, so they are trying to trick it this time.
Yep, Sophia in play to help out. Vandal is going to be vital in the success of BC when it comes to this hard breach. With no counter in play now, BC is going to go ahead and open up that wall. This is all less than a minute. So, Shrug, they're going to have to defend this hard now if they want to win this series. Rise looking to tie it up. Vandal making a quick rotation. I believe he's going to move over to yellow. It looks like he's pretty unsure. But looking towards vending machines, he's not going to see anything just yet. As players on Shrug, they're in a safe spot at the moment, waiting for Rise Nation to step into their line of sight to make a play and not being the aggressors.
So still waiting for the push to come in here. Once again, though, Shrug already having problems with aggression in some of these previous defensive rounds. You can tell they're learning from this really quickly. They're not over-aggressing here. They're not overextending themselves. Drone's going to be found as he realizes there's a player upstairs. Well, he does now as the shots ring true. Cloud, though, able to take no damage from that, so gets the intel for free. England going to go for a nice nade. We'll see, though. Oh, Cloud is long gone. That nade's not going to strike on anything, unfortunately. Mexican, in the meanwhile, also trying to get aggressive here. Still nothing to be found. It's actually going to be Wrath that strikes first against Vandal after quite a bit of delay. Everybody looking for kills right there.
I have to give credit to Cloudstruck. The fact that he stayed alive and with the rotations, he's able to call out players like England, who Nugs was able to get the kill on. Cloudstruck is keeping the attackers guessing with his game plan Rome as Mozzie.
He just stole a drone again, too.
Yeah. Cloudstruck is the MVP of this round so far. Oh my god, and with the wide peak. Yes, Mexican, it took a while, but he was able to get the kill on Beastly. Now, 4v1, Shrug. One more kill left to go, and they will make it to the finals to play against Dark Zero. This is it. Can he clutch it out?
Ass is looking for something to work with here in terms of an angle, but there's just nothing being presented here, and you can see Cloudstruck, he's going to go for it. The leap over the top, he's been detected, so they'll look for him now and try to take the duel, but he's actually got really good cover to take this fight from, even though he sees exactly where he is. The Hail Mary Nitro Cell does not find a strike, but they've got hard pings going on to him now as well. They know exactly where he's playing from him, trying to commit to the push. Acid actually does get the first against Nugs, but now he's only got 10 seconds left to make the push. Wrath has to switch weapons as apparently he's out of ammo. He's made his way this far into the site. What is going on? Wrath will finally shut him down, though, and Shrug take an upset here against Rise Nation. They will move forward to play against Dark Zero in our first Eastern Conference Open qualifier here to move forward into the conference qualifier for the stage.
What the hell just happened, Blue? Wow. Shrug with a substitute player and Mexican as the MVP. We're able to pull out that win. Mexican 14-9. Cloudstruck 12-5. That was an emotional roller coaster that I was not ready for. Shrug wins the game, and I see Flynn in real life doing that exact pose right there. He's like, hey, we won.
That's exactly their feelings for winning that game, I think. Flynn specifically, that's Flynn's feelings of winning it. He's like, what are you going to do? Sucks to suck, Rise.
What can we take from that? Like, I've never seen a team just so unknown with so much explosiveness really just take over. And with clutch plays coming in left and right, everybody had a role on this team when it came to just being successful. Big shout out to Rise Nation. We've seen them go through hard-fought battles here in USN ever since stage 1. And able to pull it out, but just getting just oh so close to making it to LAN. Now they're going to have to go through another weekend of qualifiers in order to make it back to this exact stage. Wow. So you start off the game, and Mexican, he was looking unstoppable. And then when you thought he was it, Cloudstruck stepped up. You know, Wraths had a huge part in this win. And just all around, man, I like these guys.
Shrug's got all the recipe for a good team going right here, right now. You know, you've got gun-capable players. We saw 3 or 4 separate rounds where 3 or 4 separate players all had their opportunity to shine and did so excellently. Not only that, we've got, as far as I can tell, you know, great communication coming in between teammates. You're seeing a lot of pings, a lot of like good teamwork on utility to try to work stuff together. That's another key piece of the puzzle. Strats, I even think are pretty good for a team that's this early on. You know, just qualifying for CL a couple of weeks ago. First time making it here on the stream, at least in USN. This is a great moment, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
I almost lost it when we saw that acid. Just like, oh, well, I'm dead. But anyway, back to my point. Like, even for like a team that's this early on, the strats are very well formed and seem to be executing pretty well. So this is, and even like mid-round adjustments, or mid-game adjustments, I should say. Shrug knew they were playing a little bit too aggressive by playing those guys upstairs initially on basement. What do? They change it up a little bit. They pull it back. They try to roam on the first floor instead with Cloudstruck just kind of holding yellow stairs second floor. And I mean, they crush it. They absolutely destroy it. Really great stuff from Shrug. I'm really impressed with them.
All right, so let's go ahead and interview a player on the winning team. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Cloudstruck, what the hell was that, man? You guys had an amazing performance against Rise Nation. I have never seen you guys play, and there's a lot of people out there that didn't know what to expect against you guys. What was your mindset coming out, going against, you know, a really good and well-known team such as Rise Nation? What did you guys expect from this matchup realistically?
We knew that they had just changed roster a few times, so we didn't think that they were going to be as much of a challenge as they would have at that like factor.
Yeah.
So we kind of we were going to play off of them being not as coordinated as if they would have had their full roster from before.
Yeah.
And we just kind of played like apes, and it worked out a lot better than we thought.
You play like wild monkeys that hit your shots. Cloudstruck, there was a pivotal moment in this matchup with clutches happening round after round. You were a part of one of those rounds. When you were Mozzie downstairs in piano, you were able to get that C4 in the win. What went through your head? Can you give us like a play-by-play about like your thoughts in order to get that win?
I actually had no thoughts because my whole team was screaming at me the whole time. So I literally couldn't hear myself think. Everyone's just like giving me call-outs and like, yo, like pre-fired here, like shotgun here, C4 here. Like they just kept on yelling at me. And I'm like, okay, like I got it. Like relax, guys. Like I need to hear. And they're like, no, go up here, pre-fire connect there, pre-fire this. I'm like, all right, relax. It just kind of worked out.
Yeah. So Mexican as Twitch, there is no better duo in the world, man. If you had like, listen, I'm giving you a chance to hype up one of your teammates right now. What makes him so good for your roster, and why is he always banging people out with the F2? Like, what makes him so special for your team?
I think Mex probably has like the best shot on our team. So with him on Twitch, it's really like he's not missing, bro. Like he's not missing. So we just kind of give him Twitch. I'm like, we literally tell him during the round, we're like, yo, just go do your own thing. Just do your own thing, and you're gonna win this round. And then he's like, okay. And he got the 4K the first round. You saw that. Like I'm not lying here. So he's nuts. So we let him. We take him off the leash, and he's good. He's gone.
So Cloud,
pretty much.
I know how hard it is to play with a substitute player in a match that's as so important as this one. But for the last question or statement of the day, you had a sub for everyone's favorite big idiot, Flynn. Flynn is watching from the chat. I know he's extremely happy right now. What do you want to say to Flynn and also the people out there that are about to watch you play against Dark Zero? Take it to the next
All I'm
stage.
saying is if we beat Dark Zero tonight, Flynn's dropped. That's it. That's it.
Yes!
That's all I'm saying, bro. Flynn's gone. Flynn's out. Sorry. We carried him to CL. That's enough. We gave him that, and that's it, bro.
All right.
That's it.
Cloud, I'm so excited for you guys. Congratulations on the explosive win. Good luck against Dark Zero, and I hope to see you in a few. Good luck.
Appreciate it, bro.
No problem. You know what, Blue? I haven't been this hype in a long time. I know I'm yelling in the mic, so sorry to everybody in the chat. I might be blowing out your eardrums, but you don't get explosive matches like that all the time in Rainbow Six Siege, man. I see a lot of different play styles and strategies that are brought up, but round and round again it's a real treat that we get play like this. But for my MVP, man, Mexican did well, but to me it's going to be Shrug. And the reason why I'm going to give it to Shrug is for the fact that his bait and switch moment with Mexican when he was in bathroom was so important to me. It just showed how much trust his teammates have in him to be able to wall bang and clean up kills. And also that amazing clutch, he had no business winning that at all. He willed it. He wanted to win. He did not want to lose it all. And Shrug is going to be my MVP for just being just a grown-ass man out there on the in the game.
I also had Shrug, fun fact. So we had the matching MVPs for this one. But yeah, I mean, pretty much the same reasons, right? We had that crazy clutch room, really good utility usage as well throughout the course of the game, specifically on Mozzie. That was actually one of the main problems I think Rise were having, was they were just constantly running into Mozzie drones. I saw at least 4 or 5 different occasions where we got it on camera, like a drone being taken away. So his placements of his pass are really good, and Rise were just baiting into that every single time. So that was also a really big piece of the puzzle for him.
Right. So taking a look at the total stats. Like I said, last time we saw Rise Nation, Factor and Tracking were the gunners of the roster while everyone else played support. Without them, they still played extremely well, but unfortunately they were unable to get the win thanks to the big plays and clutches coming from every single player on Shrug. Good luck to Rise Nation next time, but you know what? That's life. The story of USN. You fail, you come back next time, and we'll see you this weekend. Taking a look at the total stats, yeah, looks pretty good. Opening kills, though, Shrug dominated it, twice as much as Rise Nation, and that's going to be thanks to Mexican.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
On top of that one. Actually, there was one thing I was surprised for from the last screen we had up on camera there was actually Nug having a very quiet 92% cost coming to that one. Now, it was their planter, so I think he got a little bit of a boost from that one, as he was obviously helping out with that one. But still, really good team assist from there as well, because anything over 90% is basically like you're involved in every single round for your team. So
yes.
Nugs also deserves praise for that.
It's all about being careful and whatnot. How many times have we seen, Thermite objective players and whatnot just, in the game, 2-9 or whatnot. But the fact that Nug was just so vital and important and always stayed alive in pivotal moments, that was also key. A lot of the rotations from the team, big plays, clutches. We had it all, but you know what? We're going into the final game of the day where Shrug will face against Rise Nation. This is going to be the ultimate matchup of the night and the last one of the night. So we'll see you guys in a few minutes for the last game of